All right, here we have match F of the Sunday Rumble on Paraton Rumble. There we go. I said Paraton. Didn't say
Parrotin,
Parisian.
not Parisian, correct.
There'll be lots of overjoyed people in the chat right now.
Exactly. And once again, this matchup will be between the Merry Men and the Wolfpack, and we are spawned into the game. So let's get some loadouts started. We've got triple carronade flare gun from the White Fang, captained by Mad Maverick. So that is a whole lot of carronading. Should be quite interesting to see, especially in the Pyramidion. And on the Snuggly Claw, we've got a Gat Mortar, Carronade, Flare on the sides.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm going to continue on this, and hopefully that slowness runs down. We've got a Blender Fish piloted by Zill, that then caught fire. Carronade front, Flare Gun, Banshee on the sides, and on the slice bread, we've got mortar get on the two sides with a Artemis up front. So hopefully we'll get this little bit of a lag spike squared away with here, and don't have to remake the game. I feel like this happens more on Parent Rumble than any other map. Is that true for you, or have you seen the slow-mo happen all over the place?
We have seen slow-mo happen on Sunday Rumble before. You actually had to cancel a game on Paraton Rumble because the slow-mo for everyone involved, including the casters, was too bad to continue. And it was with the Wolfpack, I believe. It was Wolfpack versus Glowwater Frauds. But anyway, as many Wolfpack games, the engagement has already started here. All the ships have been spotted. Snuggly Claw, White Fang charging around from different angles, trying to outflank the Merry Men.
And let's see how it ends up. Slice bread.
High speed, low drag, as you'd expect.
Yeah, Snuggly Fang, Snuggly Claw, and Slice bread squaring off against each other while the White Fang, and then it caught fire, laying fire at each other, and the Slice bread is taking the worst of this. Merryman definitely taking the worst of these damages. The Slice bread gets absolutely obliterated by these two Pyramidions going down oh so very quick. Then it caught fire, had its balloons popped almost immediately, and could not assist at all. So that's a very quick kill for the Wolfpack. Wolfpack, of course, like, basically have won almost every single Sunday Rumble I can remember. So it's going to be quite a tall order for the Merry Men.
Everyone they've been in,
yeah,
and yeah,
and some before when they were partly the
well,
Falconers.
yeah, some before, in a manner of speaking, yes.
In fact, I believe last time I checked, the only non-Wolfpack or members of Wolfpack that had won it was
the Overwatch, the very
Overwatch.
first Sunday Rumble.
Yep. All right,
so the Snuggly Claw coming down on top of, then it caught fire.
And
then it caught fire, has caught fire here, one of the guns on fire.
Yeah, and it's getting caught by these two Wolfpack ships.
Slip underneath.
Just not quite enough. Crushed. Yeah, White Fang manages to get on top of the
slice bread. No,
fire.
Just reconsider that, slice bread. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, slice
bread's going right on through. Oh, awful spawn. But then it caught fire.
Yeah, it's not
right
the greatest.
Of the map.
Thankfully, the slice bread is getting
away.
He's
not going to meet grind if the slice bread. Then again, yeah, you're right. The slice bread might be able to get away.
But they turn for some reason here.
He's turning. Oh, I think.
To meet the White Fang.
Why
didn't
he go behind the building?
I have no idea.
Well, now he's going right into the focus fire. Balloon's almost out. Yep, balloon's down.
Balloon's down, armor going down. Then it caught fire charging in here as fast as it can. Maybe the slice bread brought enough time for it, but
late.
Yeah, it's trying as hard as it can come in.
He's coming in.
But the slice bread was just under way too much fire already, and now then it caught fire is in a lot of trouble. Now the White Fang has actually gotten slammed into the side of the building here. And that carronade is just going to sit on top of the White Fang.
Oh, Snuggly Claw rammed his ally there.
Yeah, Snuggly Claw's turned the wrong way now, and then it caught fire. Why is it then it caught fire rising up here? No, then it caught fire. You gotta get back on the White Fang, otherwise this is not going to end well for you. Keep on popping that balloon. Hopefully the Snuggly Claw is going to be turned the wrong way for a lot longer. Slice Bread did not get an optimal spawn, and it's quite far away, but then it caught fire still, trying to keep the White Fang down in the ground here, doing a fairly good job of it. White Fang, of course, using those bumpers to avoid that impact damage from the many.
Snuggly Claw's just gotten way out of the engagement here. Now Snuggly Claw's kind of right in front of the, bouncing off this big shard of metal here. It's
Yeah.
like the Wolfpack are kind of throwing away the advantage they had.
Although the White Fang did get stuff turned around and is doing a lot of damage to this goldfish. In fact, so much damage that I'm not sure if the Then Cut Fire can actually survive here. Sliced Bread
Fire's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, Sliced Bread has come up on the Snuggly Claw, and I have no idea why the Then Cut Fire didn't just continually sit on the White Fang. It had no reason to get up off the White Fang the entire time. Now, in the meantime, the Snuggly Claw and the Sliced Bread shooting away at each other. Sliced Bread getting the better of this engagement as that armor is down, but cannot get those mortar shots in.
It is forthcoming.
Yep. And a little bit of an even trade there in damage. Now, then it caught fire, had its balloons out.
Oh, it's becoming very uneven now, he's dead.
Yep. And that happened in just a matter of milliseconds, and now then it caught fire.
Just that quick.
Is in the
now
same
White
position.
Fangs, yes.
And there you go.
It's just that simple.
That is a 5-0 victory for the Wolfpack. I mean, that happened swift and often, and there was just a couple of times when I have no idea why the Merrymen did kind of what they did. I really do not know why they let off up off the White Fang there. That was a really bizarre turn of events for me. Maybe they were afraid of the Snuggly Claw turning back in, but Snuggly Claw was just going forward instead of turning around.
Right, okay, we have Duel at Dawn here. We have second game, the Merrymen versus the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack, of course, taking that first game in dominating fashion, 5-0. See if the Merrymen's fortunes will change at Duel at Dawn.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if they can get back into this game or if they'll have to bow out in this round. But first, let's get some quick rundowns. We've got the White Fang, captained by Mad Maverick, sticking with that triple carronade flare gun setup. Then we've got Snuggly Claw sticking with that Gat, mortar, carronade, beacon flare gun setup. On the Merrymen team, we've got Rear Admiral Zill now piloting the Then It Was Rebuilt galleon with Hwacha carronade one side and Hwacha carronade on the other side, with the mortar and two mortars as the two light guns. And on the Broken Submarine, we've got Mr. Lambert with a Gat, mortar, carronade, flare gun, and we've already got some action going on as the Broken Submarine has been caught out in the middle of here, and the Snuggly Claw just barrels right down into it, smacking that broken
and now
submarine down.
Snuggly Claw is somewhere he doesn't want to be, but White Fang's coming back in.
Yeah, but the Snuggly Claw pretty
here.
much took just catastrophic damage there, knocked itself into the same pillar that the Broken Submarine ran into.
The Snuggly Claw did not need to finish with a ram.
Yeah.
The fact that he rammed into there and then sank down to the bottom, that was his undoing, really.
Yep, and now the White Fang is facing right into the broadside of the Then It Was Rebuilt, but is keeping the balloon down, keeping that hull down as well. The Then It Was Rebuilt trying to carronade or Hwacha its way out of there, but it's going to be very hard as the Broken Submarine spawn all the way across the map. The Snuggly Claw spawn kind of on the backside here. It is going to try to come on in. I think might just be able to get in here. Hwacha fire going straight into the side of that debris, but it has lasted for long enough. Then It Was Rebuilt has lasted for long enough for the Broken Submarine to get back in here. Now the Snuggly Claw coming on in, not really hitting anything until just then. Giving a small ram.
Snuggling Claw with a glancing ram going right through. This could be devastating for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, it actually turned the Broken Submarine exactly where it needed to go. The White Fang bouncing off all sorts of debris here. Hwacha fire going onto the Snuggly Claw, and it's
Snuggly
too
Claw
much chaos.
is all on its own here.
Yep, White Fang going to take a long time to turn around, and Snuggly Claw and the Then It Was Rebuilt, raining in death and fire onto the Snuggly Claw. Snuggly Claw lost his balloon already. There goes the hull. There goes the major fire coming in from the Broken Submarine with those mortar shots, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Merrymen. So it's just a little bit. Usually the Wolfpack have this controlled chaos. Right now it's just chaos. They just kind of lost exactly what they wanted to do. But Broken Submarine takes a huge amount of damage there as it rams into
using
that.
the carronade to shoot through that gap there, avoiding the arc, so that then it was well, not for long. Then it was rebuilt, hooking in its Watcher on the White Fang.
No,
So
Snuggly
the
Claw
is
coming back on in, but the White Fang armor is down, taking a lot of damage, and there goes our mortar shots. Absolutely superbly accurate mortar shots so far from the Merrymen.
Snuggly
it's really
Claw.
been their saving grace.
Snuggly Claw, you got to take this opportunity to back out, I think, or you're just going to get ground up.
Yep,
Snuggly
Watcher Fire
Claw
coming on in.
Wisely pulling back.
Still some shots going down, but nothing too catastrophic in this case. And they are going to back on up now. To their advantage, the Wolfpack have done a fair amount of hull damage to both the Broken Submarine and then it was rebuilt, so they can still turn this around quite fast. But the Snuggly Claw has just continues to take a pounding right here from so far across the map. I mean, and it's getting shot by mortars at that, which is just crazy to think how far you can shoot those. White Fang is the first one to come on in here. They lose their balloon. Are they going to smack into that debris? Yes, they are. It actually kind of helps them a little bit as they ramp on up. And well, are they going to be able to get past here? They are. Broken Submarine taking a lot of damage.
Gliding right over, then it was rebuilt.
Yep. And the full Watcher Barrage absolutely destroying the White Fang Broken Submarine, picking up the pieces. Then it was rebuilt, getting hit from behind, lost its balloon, is kind of down in that same area that it was before. Oh, the Broken Submarine manages to
Broken Submarine nudging those gun arcs off.
Yeah, just
saving
barely.
Them, then it was rebuilt.
Snuggly Claw still desperately trying to take that out, but the Broken Submarine takes down
done it.
the Snuggly Claw for a 5-1 victory there, and that was just that was basically the Merrymen hanging on, and I mean, it was a lot closer than a 5-1 score is what I'm trying to say. It was basically them taking advantage of the aggressiveness of the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack, I think, were just a little bit too... I think they thought that they were going to have this wrapped up a little bit easier than they were. Charging forward just a little bit too much, getting out of position just a little bit too much, and Merrymen take down that game. The Wolfpack. We'll see if the Merrymen can unseat the Wolfpack from their championship run in these Sunday Rumbles, or if the Wolfpack will continue to charge forth in these matches. Now, I've been told that one of the games are between the Cakewatch and Riders are sort of being put on hold currently as they are having some technical difficulties with people disconnecting, so hopefully we'll get that settled and we'll bring that other semifinal match to you up next. But let's quickly run down the ships here. As oh no, the Merrymen get a terrible spawn here, but quickly we got the Gap Mortar on the White Fang, so they've changed that up with Carronade, Flare Gun on the side. The Snuggly Claw has got Gap Mortar up front with Flare Gun and Carronade on the side. The Galleon has got a Lumberjack Carronade side? Yeah, Lumberjack Carronade. That's interesting. And the other side being a Hwacha Carronade. And then what I was saying is that the Broken Submarine got that very awkward spawn. Hold on, this was a very strange spawn overall, actually. I think it was then it was rebuilt that spawn all the way down. It's a Gap Mortar as well with Flare Gun Carronade on the side. And already fire going on. Broken Submarine having taken a lot of armor damage, a little bit of permanent damage. White Fang also suffering here as its balloon is down, probably from that Lumberjack coming on in. But the Broken Submarine is dragging its butt down on that ground. Ooh.
But the Venaries rebuilt gets a kill.
Yeah, it gets a very quick kill on Wolfpack.
They focus too hard on the Broken Submarine, while then it was rebuilt was right there, just that devastating heavy guns.
Yep.
Carronade and the Lumberjack completely obliterating the balloon.
Yeah, Snuggly Claw does manage to finish off the Broken Submarine and does just get out of the range or the, I suppose, line of sight of then he was rebuilt for a few seconds there, so it might be able to get away with this 1-to-1 trade here, which is be very, very good for the Wolfpack. Of course, the problem is that the Snuggly Claw is already going to have a very low health versus the two Merryman ship, which is basically going to be full. And here comes the White Fang charging in once more with the broken submarine having a respawn as well. Looks like
I don't think this is a pretty bad idea from the White Fang. He's going in pretty much alone. The Snuggly Claw is still kind of recovering. Snuggly Claw's trying to take cover behind the archway, and White Fang is going in on his own. You're a maverick. You're a maverick.
Now the problem is that a lot of those lumberjack shots are actually missing the White Fang currently, and that's not going to be the way to finish this off. Yep, there goes more misses. And now the broken submarine is being dual fired by the Snuggly Claw and the White Fang as well. So those misses by the lumberjack comes back to kind of bite the Merryman in the rear. But there goes those lumberjack shots onto the Snuggly Claw, taking down the balloon. Armor almost down. Broken submarine just a little bit too low, but more lumberjack shots coming in, and there it goes.
Is down. Yeah, that was just. There was no reason that the Wolfpack couldn't have gone in together there. The White Fang went in first, and he was all on his own. And they could have focused fire together. They could have killed the broken submarine, but they just didn't. And now White Fang is dead.
Yeah, absolutely. So, broken submarine lives through all that.
I mean, Maverick just needs a good talking to, good chewing out by his superior officer here. Tell him he's a loose cannon, and sort of stick with his allies, stick with his wingman. Yeah,
that engagement went on for probably longer than it really should have. There were a lot of lumberjack shots that were missing onto the Snuggly Claw for a long, I think it's a White Fang for a long time there. But when the Snuggly Claw came in to try to rush the broken submarine, those started connecting, and Snuggly Claw already had fairly low health, so that didn't help at all. So once again, it feels like the Merrymen are just trying to take advantage of this Wolfpack aggression. Trying to take advantage.
Lumberjack shots here.
Yeah, take advantage of this charge. I've actually joked several times.
This is what I was talking about. This high altitude charge. Out of the arc of those lumberjacks.
Yep, and doing a fairly good job at it.
As you'd expect.
Nice amount of shots coming onto the broken submarine. Broken submarine shoot venting to try to get out of there. Snuggly Claw lost its balloon as those lumberjack shots are hitting it as well. Mortar shots coming in, but the broken submarine is in a lot of trouble here. Broken submarine manages to get its armor back up.
Underneath. I think then it was rebuilt. Might be trying to turn its other side, its close range guns, but no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, broken submarine.
He's going to have to keep fighting with his lumberjack and his carronade.
Broken submarine still managed to stay alive.
Broken submarine rising up out of the arcs of the White Fang. Snuggly Claw continued firing, and then it was rebuilt. The armor's down.
Yeah, broken submarine trying to come back down onto Snuggly Claw, but I don't really see any fire coming out of the broken submarine at all.
Shooting down, trying to get the Snuggly Claw, perhaps. The White Fang hovering over the. Then it was rebuilt.
Yeah, and
raining down fire.
Submarine is in a lot of trouble here, and the Wolfpack have come in, charging forward, and then it was rebuilt. Probably not going to survive this. No, it actually does, but a lot of damage being dealt to both ships.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one for Zill to get out of without the help of the broken submarine. In fact, I'd say it's impossible at this point.
Absolutely. Now it is going to rise up behind the White Fang here, so if then it was rebuilt, can hold out just for a little bit longer, but no, it just cannot. Now the White Fang and the Snuggly Claw are left in a 2v1 versus the broken submarine, which is absolutely
the broken submarine
great for them.
Had a tiny window to kill the White Fang, but it's gone now.
Oh no, and then he was rebuilt, gets a terrible spawn in this case. Depending on, I'm expecting the broken submarine to be all the way across the map, quite frankly, when it spawns. Let's see. Yep, and there you go. So there you get that extremely terrible split spawn that happens on this map.
I'm feeling for you now, imagine.
Yeah, I hate this map so much because of this. This is probably the worst defender of these spawn spots. You got one in right next to this fight. Yeah. There you go. And then it was rebuilt. I mean, might as well give up at this point on this match. And that is a 4-3 lead.
Broken submarine.
Yeah, broken
pull back,
submarine.
pull
You
back,
you
pull
don't want to
back.
be there. You definitely want to drop down behind that archway there.
Yep, broken submarine using a bit of.
All right, so then it was
drop
rebuilt. There you go.
shoots,
So
going
that's
down low, going down real low. Hasn't been spotted yet, but I think they've seen him. They've got to know he's there. Oh, but you see that drop shoot and the turn with the Phoenix Claw pivoting around. Now he's going to go full speed through that archway, trying to escape the Wolfpack before they get on top of him.
But he's going slower than I thought he would be. Then it was rebuilt. However, it is back into this fray here, so it's not quite over yet. Merriman can still definitely pick this up, especially with the 4-3 score that you have going on here. And the Wolfpack is coming and charging in. Let's see if the Broken Submarine can turn around in time. Let's see if these Lumberjack shots connect. They are absolutely missing everything. They hit nothing. It's just going to be very incredibly bad. Keeps on missing with those Lumberjacks, and you cannot afford to do that at all versus this Wolfpack team. They have closing all the way.
Oh,
Broken Submarine just getting absolutely annihilated. Tries to drop shoot down.
Trying to go underneath, full pelt.
But it's just too much fire going on.
The Lumberjack shots have hooked in. They've taken down the balloon of both the Snuggly Claw and the White Fang. The Snuggly Claw and the White Fang.
But the problem is that brings it onto the level with the Broken
continuing to
Submarine,
fire.
and gets the armor back up, and the Snuggly Claw. Oh my God, the Snuggly Claw is about to go down, and the Snuggly Claw goes down.
This is as close as the Wolfpack have ever been to being eliminated from the Sunday Rumble.
Oh my God, and the White Fang is so incredibly close
He needs to stay low. He needs to get out of here.
Snuggly Claw gets a pretty good spawn.
Back to the Snuggly Claw.
Gets a pretty good spawn here, but then he was rebuilt, sitting
White
on the
Fang
claw.
making a horrible mistake.
I don't know, maybe they can try to get the submarine, but the White Fang, Snuggly Claw coming in on the Broken Submarine. The White Fang goes down, and the Merrymen come back. Oh my God. How did this happen? Holy crap. Oh my God, that was a crazy, crazy, crazy finish to the end of that game. Oh my, I thought the Merrymen were left for dead once the Broken Submarine were pretty much all but out, but no, the Snuggly Claw got its balloon taken out, smashed into the terrain, and the Merrymen are able to pull this out, dethroning the Wolfpack from their championship perch, and that was a crazy, crazy close game.
They've made sure that the Wolfpack won't be winning this week for a change, but they have yet to win themselves. They will be advancing to the finals.